Welcome back. I'm Jan Eide, and of course I'd like to greet again Paula Dean, our wonderful people at Craft and Equal, and my friends, the Real Women of Philadelphia. I am making a dessert today, and they are my Over the Moon cookies, and the star of my Over the Moon cookies, of course, Philadelphia cream cheese. I love Philadelphia cream cheese in all things, and with the items that I've been baking over these last few weeks, I'm sure you can see that I've been doing a wide range of dishes that included Philadelphia cream cheese. But my very favorite way to eat it is cheesecake. So I try to find any opportunity I can to get cheesecake. And this time I've come up with a cookie that has a wonderful rich chocolate base, and into the little chocolate base we pour our cheesecake layer and bake it in the oven, and they come out looking just like little moons, therefore my Over the Moon cookies. And I think it's a cute tie-in too, because we all know that the moon is made out of cheese. So what I did is I took my brownie recipe that I made up about 10-15 years ago, and I mixed it up with more flour to give it a stronger base, and then measured out in quarter cup amounts, and it came out to about 14 cookies, and then roll them in balls, and then we're going to shape them. And here's where it gets a little messy. So all we do is just like little modeling clay, is come into the cookie and shape it into a little cup, and as you can see I've done that with these others here. And I should tell you where I got the inspiration. I was watching the Food Channel at some point, and I know there was some show on while I was working, because I keep the Food Channel on in the background even if I'm not watching it, and there was something about a cookie that had a cheesecake top. And the other day when I was trying to come up with my final couple of recipes for our contest, it just hit me, oh my gosh, here is another way that I can showcase my favorite cheesecake. So I also switched up a little bit more in that I'm going to be adding, now that we have the little cup made, a heaping half teaspoon of mini chocolate chips. And a half teaspoon isn't enough. A teaspoon we thought was too much, so let's go with a heaping half teaspoon. And then with the cheesecake layer, of course, our star, Philadelphia cream cheese, in a typical cheesecake base, but I added a little bit of flour to it too. So now all we're going to do is pour our cream cheese layer into, or topping I should say. It looks like it's got a little thick, so maybe what I'll do is I'll spoon it in into our little cups. And then these are going to bake in the oven for about 18 minutes. I'm kind of noticing that it seems like everything I bake is about 18 minutes, so there must be something with the universe with baking that. I'll pop these in the oven, and we'll see you when they come out. My Over the Moon cookies are out of the oven, and I let them rest for about 10 minutes to cool down. And aren't they darling? They look just like little moons surrounded by space. And I've cut this one open for you so that you can see the wonderful cheesecake layer that sits on top of the rich brownie cookie. We've got them all set up to go in the other room to watch a movie with our milk and cookies, and I've got to tell you, these were so fun to make. I really think they would be extra fun for kids to put together because they're really hands-on. Before I let you go, Paula, I want to thank you so much for your kitchen wisdom and recipe journal. And just in case my other real women of Philadelphia like this idea, what I'm doing is I'm putting my recipes in it, and then of course the recipes of my dear friends who are also contributing, and this is really going to be a great keepsake. As well as I just went on the Real Women of Philadelphia page before I started filming this to see that the aprons are done. So I'll be picking up one of those too. That's going to be really fun. So thank you for stopping by, and I'm hoping to get in one more recipe before our deadline. It's just been so much fun. Bye.